Hi, I'm Laura.
Hi, I'm Liz, and we are
Two Grateful Stitchers.
Thanks for joining us today for our 9th Flosstube.
That's going really fast.
It has.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what happened to October.
No, just flying by.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, we usually start talking about floss tubes. I've seen not as many floss tubes this month. I went back to work after my knee surgery, so I've been exhausted. I'm still doing physical therapy, and I do work remotely now, so that's good. But a couple of floss tubers I wanted to mention. So and So's is a new one. If you haven't caught their floss tube, I'll put the link below. It's really good. It's Cathy, and I'm sorry, I can't remember her friend's name.
Lounsbury?
Cathy Lounsbury is her name, yeah. And then
Okay.
she does it with a friend. And
Okay.
I'm sorry, I can't remember her name. I'll put it in the description box below. But they are prolific stitchers. There's so much stuff that they show. It's amazing. So, and then I always watch Kitten Stitcher. And I was watching Kitten Stitcher. I get in this machine for my knee. It's called a CPM machine. And so I lay down and put my knee in it, and it goes, moves my knee up and down. And it has to get to a certain angle before you can graduate from physical therapy. And so it's boring to sit in that machine. So I watch Flosstube on my phone, and I was watching it, and I was watching Kitten Stitcher's video, and she said that Two Grateful Stitchers had one on the comment from her last video. And then I was like, did I do that? I'm like, no, Laura didn't do that. I did that. so I emailed her, and I had won a $25 gift certificate to her store, which is wonderful. So I'll show you what I got later. But her videos are wonderful. And I think her question was like, your favorite childhood memories. And mine was floating down the Wolf River outside of New London when I was a little kid. My dad would always drag me back and be like, you gotta stop floating away. So yeah, so as an adult, I tried one of those floating places because I thought I would really enjoy that because I loved floating so much when I was little. And the one I went to anyways, I didn't like. It was so salty, I couldn't hardly stand to be in there.
Oh, you just you're floating without...
You're just floating in a salt water, like, it's almost like a capsule like you see on a spaceship. You put a swimsuit on, and you just go in this little capsule, and they like close the door, and you can get out if you want, but you're just floating. Ryan and I did it for our anniversary one year, so we were each in our own pod floating.
Wow.
And I didn't enjoy it at all because there was so much salt I could hardly breathe. I have really bad asthma. And I was talking to someone recently, and she said, yeah, the one I went to wasn't like that. So I don't know if they're supposed to be like that. So maybe I'll try another one.
Is it salty because that's
how you
used to float?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. They're popping up. There's one here in my little town that I live in. I'm like, what?
Interesting. Okay.
So yeah.
I learned something new today.
Right? Yeah. Something to try. Okay, it's back to Flosstube. So the other one I watched was The Real Housewives with Priscilla and Chelsea, and have just been following along on their social media and their floss tubes and watching with Chelsea's wedding, and it's all just been adorable. Some of the pictures she shared, but we haven't seen like all of them yet, so that's kind of her to show us and take us along on that journey that it looks so cute. And then I found a new floss tuber because she gave us a shout out. So thank you so much. It's called Cross My Stitches, and I'll put her link to her videos in the description box below. And so I think I've mentioned this before. I always go way back and like start at the beginning, and she has quite a few videos too. So I'm only on like her 3rd video because like I said, I went back to work and I'm too tired to do anything now. At least for a little while until I get stronger.
She did announce her retirement, right?
I did. Yep. So my last day with my employer is December 22nd. So after the new year, I can do whatever I want.
So she's going to have a lot more content to show.
She'll be busy I hope so. I'm like, oh, I can volunteer at that shelter and play with cats, and
There you go. You're going to be having fun.
Yeah. And then the other one I found because I ordered a pattern I saw on, that's not very Wisconsin-ish. I ordered a pattern. Okay, sorry. I saw a pattern on Instagram, and I just thought it was adorable, and I searched it, and it came up on Etsy through Annabella's cross-stitch store, and then I went to her store, and I saw that she's located in Waynesville, North Carolina, which I thought was wonderful because a bunch of people in my family live in Waynesville. My dad lived outside of Waynesville for years, and my parents both grew up in North Carolina, and it's right around there, and Silva, Clyde, Waynesville area. So I thought that was interesting. So I went back and started watching her videos too from the beginning, and she's got a lot. I think she's on like 190 episodes or something.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
if I'm not mixing her up with someone else, but yeah, I'll put her a link to her Flosstube in the description box below. So I enjoy watching Flosstube and connecting with folks. So yeah. And I always follow, usual ones like Farm Girl. I just don't think they had put out videos during the time between when I last mentioned them.
Oh, okay.
These are the ones I just know that I would scroll through my history that I've watched since we recorded last. So yeah. But I have one fully finished object to show, and it's an old one. So this, I would love to tell you what this is called and what pattern it came from, but I have no idea. I can't remember. I remember that Laura and I took it to Stitcher's Crossing in Madison, Wisconsin, and they framed it, and that was probably in the late 90s.
Yeah.
But I think it's a Bent Creek zipper kit, but I have Bent Creek zipper kits, and I went and found them all, and this wasn't in there. So I don't know. I didn't used to give things away, so I have all that stuff from the late 90s, so I don't know where it went or if I just don't remember. Or so if anyone knows what this pattern is, I googled giving thanks cross stitch pattern, giving thanks by Bent Creek, and I don't know if it's just not one they carry anymore or it's out of print. I would have thought it still would have come
find
out.
it, right?
So yeah, if anybody knows, if you could comment below and let us know, I would appreciate it. So that's my fully. I hope you can see that.
I love it.
Fully finished object.
And it's so classic still, even though it was done in the late 90s.
Yes,
it's perfect.
It doesn't look dated.
Correct.
It looks primitive. Yeah, my kind of style. So I'll hang that up until after Thanksgiving. So yeah, I love it.
That's nice.
So then, you want to show your finish?
Oh, yep. Mine is not an FFO, but it's
finished, right?
Yep. Yeah. And this came from the Winds of Autumn book.
Blackbird design.
Yep. That is on page 48 and 49. It's called Mighty Acorn. And this is what we started for Leanne's Legacy.
Yes.
And that was in August.
Yes.
In August.
And I started
24th?
the same thing. Yep. August 24th.
Yep.
That's her birthday. Yep. And her friend Barb has the Lost in Flosstube channel. And I'll add that too. And we both started it, but I'm no further than I was last time. So I'm not showing today.
I'm putting a sheet of paper behind it because it's kind of hard to see when you get that airy linen in the light.
Is it 36 count?
I did it on 36 count. Yep. So there she is, all finished. I love it. I love the colors. It's beautiful. And now Liz and I are going to try to teach ourselves how to frame.
Yes.
I do know how to lace, and I've done that before, and I've done it with projects that we've where I've had frames at home already. But this is a unique size. It's not like a normal 8.5 by 11 or anything like that. So we're thinking of trying it on our own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying it on our own to
There's
see what
tons
we
of
can come up with.
tutorials. And we're strong, independent women. We can
We
figure this out.
got this. We totally got this.
Probably won't be till after Christmas. But I have a lot of stuff to do before
Her
I
husband.
What,
You
right?
get to retire.
Yeah.
Again.
I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. My time will come. A couple years down the road, but it'll come.
Yeah.
Your hubby has a miter saw, right?
Yes.
Yep. And you have the staple thing.
The brad gun.
The
Yeah.
brad gun. Yep. And so I think we can do it.
Yes,
We're going to try this after Christmas time, sometime during the winter. When
We're thinking if we can find, especially for something like this where it's an odd size, we're thinking we'll hit Goodwill or St. Vincent's and we'll find frames that she likes and then cut it down and,
go from there.
I think we can go from there. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Yay!
Yes. Okay, good. Let's see. And then we have whips. Yes. Okay, I'll show you my first whip.
Had to do that. Haven't done that for a couple videos.
Grab the pattern.
Oh, speaking of that, I'm just going to share something really quick while she's digging out her pattern. I have a joke for you. It's a Halloween joke.
Okay.
Okay. Why don't monsters eat ghosts?
Why?
Because they taste like sheet.
I didn't know what to expect. I'm like, it's Laura. It's not going to be too dirty.
No, it's just cute.
That's adorable.
Happy Halloween!
Okay, so this is the Corgi Love by Snowflower Diaries. And
it's absolutely cute as can be.
It's adorable.
Look at
It's almost done. I wonder if I put this
Oh my
behind it, if
gosh,
this would
I
help a
love
little.
that little dog.
So I have the Corgi needle minder, if you can see that up there in the corner.
It's
And
adorable.
honestly, if I hadn't gone out for fish last night, I would have finished it. But it's Wisconsin and it was a Friday, so we went out for fish. So it's not quite done, but boy, it's almost done. So next time I hope to have it, I'm going to finish it in a pillow and put the ruching around it. So hopefully by our next video, I'll have that finished. And actually, I don't know what else I would use a Corgi needle minder for. So I'm thinking maybe I could somehow put the Corgi
Right on there. Sure.
on the pillow. So
That'd be
I
cool.
might do that, yeah. So that's my only whip today.
Oh,
That's all I've worked
okay.
on. Like I said, I'm kind of exhausted for October, so.
I have a couple of whips. They're oldies.
They're so cute, though.
But Liz said, we need whips. So I brought some of my whips along. This was a freebie from Brenda Gervais on
In her
her
Facebook group,
page.
yeah.
Yeah, in her Facebook group on Facebook. And it's called Mary and Minty.
Look at how tiny
And
it is.
that's the one I'm doing. It is little itty bitty because I am doing it 1/1 on 25 count.
I've never done that before. I have stuff to do and I really want to try it, but oh, it looks so cute.
It's taking me a little bit of time because it is so small and I don't want to strain my eyes. So I work on it here and there a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
And I want to turn it into an ornament for someone. So I didn't want it gigantic. I've seen some beautiful pin drums.
Yeah.
Some people have framed it. Some people have made bigger pillows. But I just wanted it as an ornament and not quite so big. So that's why I did it on the very small count.
It's adorable.
It's almost there. Hopefully. I started this in December of 2020 when it was a freebie out on her Facebook group.
Yeah. Do you stitch in hand normally?
I stitch in hand on small things.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay.
On bigger things, I use the
That's what I
Q
thought.
snaps.
So
or
you
the scroll
stitch
frames.
this in hand?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. But I need to wear my magnifying glasses or use my magnifier lamp that
Oh, yeah.
I can look at.
The
because
little
it is
candy
so
canes,
tiny.
I don't know how close you can get it to the camera. The little candy canes on that tree, oh my goodness, that is so
Let's see if I can get that super close. It's small. Really, really small.
Those candy canes just kill me. They're adorable.
That's fun.
I'm in her Facebook group. I'll have to go get
There you
that.
go.
That's
Yep,
awesome.
it's a freebie out there. Thank you for the freebies.
Yes.
We love them.
Yeah, we love Brenda Gervais.
So that was that one. And then another oldie, and this is old. I think I got this. Well, the pattern was done in 2005, and I think I bought it in 2010. And it's called Jingle Bells Christmas Tree Farm, the Victoria sampler. And that's what it looks like on the pattern.
So it looks like she has more than one kind of
She
farm
does.
patterns out.
Mhm.
Wow, a herb farm.
And so this was my first pattern that I bought, like I said, way back in 2010, after I had gotten out of it from the
Yeah.
like early 90s or late 80s, early 90s.
We both took a break from cross stitch when we were like
raising kids.
and
Yeah, we failing up. So then when I went and got this pattern, boy, the flosses that are listed in here, I didn't even know. And they're talking Gloriana Silks and Gentle Arts and Krennic Mori, Vera Soie.
That's another silk,
And
yeah.
at that point in time, I had been out of cross stitching for so many years. All I knew about was DMC and Inker,
Sure,
and
yeah.
didn't know there were all these other ones out there. And I wasn't Googling back then either.
Right, no,
None
there
of
was
that
no such
stuff,
thing,
right?
yeah.
So I was trying to find
Well,
these
2010
things.
there was, but yeah. Well, it wasn't like it is now.
No,
yeah.
I was going to local cross stitch shops, which we don't have a ton out here, but I'd go into Madison or Green Bay. Or,
Yeah.
And I found some, but not all. So I did a lot of substitutions on this with DMC, but I do have some of the main called for Gloriana Silks, which are really
Yeah.
important because they
Makes it
are
pop.
what's giving the variegation in the Christmas trees.
Oh, it's beautiful.
So that's done on a 28 count even weave is what I'm doing it on. And like I said, this is from 2010.
When I worked at the craft store in Appleton in the 90s, I remember selling the Krennic floss and I think it was Gentle Arts maybe, or yeah, Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works, and of course
Mm-hmm.
DMC, but I don't remember selling silk.
I know.
So I don't know if people just didn't buy much of it. I don't even remember unpacking it and hanging it up on the wall. Like I don't maybe I just didn't pay attention. I don't know.
Well, here's some of the floss, and there's a lot. I mean, I'm using a lot.
because you have beads and everything. What can I
Yeah. So that's the white, and it's pearl cotton, a number 8, and a pearl cotton number 12. And then we've got 2 of the Kreinik flosses here, because there's gold in the Christmas tree garlands,
yeah.
and then the snow has some of the clear white. Those are the flosses here.
Yeah.
And I gotta show you, there's the, this one is just gorgeous. It's the Gloriana. No, this one is called Water Lilies.
Now those I remember we sold. Is that by like Karen or Cameron or something?
The
Yes.
Karen
I remember
collection,
selling those.
and it's a variegated silk. And I can see why you need to have some of this variegation for it. It's really soft. It's variegated. It's very pretty, and this pattern does have a lot of little pine trees in it that call for that.
Yeah, and the detail is just fascinating. It's gorgeous.
So, sorry for all the wrinkles. I had all this stuff like shoved in a tiny little Ziploc baggie. And then of course there's beads.
Beads, yes.
Lots of beads for this project. Which is maybe why I put it away.
Yeah.
But I'm going to pull it back out because I just want to do something different, and I'd like to finish some of these things that I've purchased.
That would be gorgeous. I love that.
Because I loved them, and then of course you see more new stuff, and then you buy more new stuff, and then all of a sudden you've got 30 kitted up projects, and I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I got to finish what I started.
We had a couple customers at the Arc of Crafts that were here in the States because of Kimberly Clark, which is a big manufacturer around where Arc of Crafts was located. But they were only here temporarily, and they couldn't get the things that we sold in the store where they lived. So I think some of them were from France or Canada. I can't remember. One of them spoke French, but I can't remember if it was because she was from France or Canada. But she'd come in every week and buy
fancy
a bunch
stuff
of the Kreinik and the beads.
Really?
And like just amassing her stash. So I wonder whatever happened to her.
Yeah,
Maybe
she's out there watching videos. We don't know.
Yeah.
What
Very
fun.
cool.
And then my last one, and I'm sure some of you have seen this because it's been out for a little while, but I like it. It's called the Milk and Cream Company. Plum Street Samplers.
So cute. I love Plum Street Samplers.
Yep.
They're so fun to stitch.
And this is as far as I've gotten.
It's adorable. This is gonna go in your kitchen, you think?
Yep, it's gonna go on my kitchen
Wait,
wall.
should we hold the floss up with it?
I'm trying to put something behind it again.
Oh, sure.
There you go. You can see it. And
Yeah.
yep, and that's my floss. And there's a lot of different colors of flosses in this
A lot
one.
of color changing, yeah.
But I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, and I want that to go in my kitchen.
That's adorable. The Milk and Cream Company. So is this on 36 count too?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, you like stitching on
I
36
do.
count.
I like stitching. It's my favorite.
Is the blue one 36 count too?
No, that's 28.
Oh, okay.
That's a 28 count. I actually pulled out a ruler this morning before I came and counted all my stitches.
To make
And
sure.
there were 14 stitches to the inch.
You're
so
funny.
I have my data correct, right? I don't know.
You're funny.
I haven't done it in a long time. It's like, and it looks kind of small to me, but I think I don't know. The older I get, the smaller all the fabric starts to look.
Oh, right. Oh my goodness, that's true. Yeah.
So that's it for me. You have haul, right?
Oh yeah, I have haul. Yes.
Yes, she always has haul.
So I was looking for the pattern for this again. So and I thought it was a zipper kit. So I had to go back through all my old stuff. And I have a lot of patterns. And so I found this. I'll pick that part up. I found this pattern, and it's called Merry Merry Stitches by Homespun Elegance, and I absolutely love Homespun Elegance. So I think I can finish this before Christmas and just get a little pillow together. I just think it's so cute. It looks like it'd be pretty easy to do.
It's really cute.
So.
That's a quick one. When you've got all these other big projects and you're kind of going, oh,
Yes.
I just want to finish something, and then you can get something small accomplished, and then you feel good.
Yeah. So that's really kind of old haul. I bought it obviously a long time ago, but okay. So this is the pattern called Happy Fall Y'all. Happy Fall Y'all. And this is by Susan O'Brien, and I bought it from Annabella's cross stitch store because I saw that picture on Instagram, and I just thought it was beautiful. So
I like it too, and that's a quick stitch too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, I am a seasonal stitcher somewhat. I have big projects, but I'll probably start it this fall and not finish it till next fall. To be honest, you know, if it's even next fall, we'll see what happens.
And how many of us really do that? We do that too.
Right? I don't mind. It's fine. So, okay, and then my next one, so because I won the $25 gift card from Teresa's shop with Kitten Stitcher, I went and bought some stuff. So I bought, this pattern's called Bluebird Out My Window by Brenda Gervais.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. And I've just got a thing for birds lately. I've been buying patterns for birds. So, and then while I was there, I had to order some fabric. So I ordered, this is 16 count Ada Willow, I believe. And I don't know what I'm going to do, you know, do on it yet, but I bought that too. So thank you, Teresa. That was wonderful.
Yeah,
So,
and then you've got, right?
Yes. Yes, thank you. Okay, let me move stuff around so I remember what I'm doing.
Well, she just was saying how much she's into birds lately.
Yes,
so
yeah.
There we
So
go.
this is called Feather Your Nest by With a Needle and Thread, and that is Michelle Summers, Stitching by the Moon on Instagram. That's her version, her conversion. And Michelle is amazing, and she sent me the floss that I tried really hard to find the floss from Victorian Motto, and I bought a lot of Victorian Motto floss, and I probably could have figured out something close. But Michelle saw our last video and sent me the floss that she actually used. So, and look at this, you guys. Oh my goodness,
It's
Michelle.
gorgeous.
I'm just so, oh, I love it. Thank you.
Yes.
So do you kit up all your floss like that? Do you put it on those little floss drops? Because that's amazing.
Oh,
They're
I
beautiful.
know they are. They're absolutely beautiful.
I have all that stuff. Like I scrapbook, I could do that, but I don't.
I know,
So
because
I'm
we
just
have
so
all that kind of
impressed.
paper and stuff like that,
I'm like,
right?
you could sell these. They're so beautiful. So thank you so much, Michelle. I was just tickled pink to receive that. And she sent me this gorgeous card. So thank you, thank you. I hope to have this started. Oh, so this is the actual pattern, the Feather Your Nest pattern. You can see it's a little darker than Michelle's conversion. So I'll be doing Michelle's conversion, and there is another viewer that's sending me the two that Michelle didn't have. So I'll be able to show you those next time, and then I'll have it started by then. So I'm looking forward to that. So I could put these on here so I don't, otherwise I'll get all combobulated.
Yep.
You know how that goes. So. And then, okay, so for plans, I did buy this. And I saw this somewhere. I'm sure it was on Instagram. This is Teresa Kogut's For the Love of Nature. And I saw it and just fell in love with it. So I bought this fabric. And it's Picture This Plus Regency. Thank you. You can read. And it's like, oh, I have my needle minder on here already. I bought this needle minder from Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch because my name is Elizabeth Ann too. And it's got, let's see if you can see
It's very pretty.
It's got like a green mottled.
Almost a sage color,
yes,
very light.
yeah.
It's very pretty.
And I just thought, oh, for nature, that'll be so pretty. And then these are the floss that go with it.
Yeah, it's
So,
beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
When are you going to
Excited
start this one?
I'm thinking after the new year. So that's
I
the
love
other
the
thing I
little
wanted to
raccoons.
ask people about. And I think Michelle mentions this in one of her Instagram posts about, of course I was talking to you on Instagram. It said something like, I finished this in my, I forget how it was worded. It probably wasn't exactly like this, but it was something like I worked on this in my morning rotation or something like that. And I've been hearing that more and more because I think once you hear something and you're like interested in it, and all of a sudden you kind of hear it everywhere or see it everywhere. So I keep hearing people talk about their rotations, and I'm like, so now that I'm going to retire and I can structure my day however I want. I'm curious how people stitch. You know,
Right.
Does everybody just stitch? Because I've always ever just stitched at night until like when I was off with surgery, I could stitch in the morning. I do better stitching in the morning because I have better light and it's easier for me to see.
Right.
But do people do, you know, like a rotation more than once a day or
is it just one day?
one time
right.
a day?
Like on Monday, they're
Because
doing one
you wouldn't
project.
say morning rotation if you didn't have evening rotation, right? Like I would think. I don't know. And then some people say they have a Sunday piece that they pick special to work on Sundays. And I'm just curious. I'm really curious about how you guys do rotations. If you could let us know, I'd be interested to know what that looks like for you guys, because I got to figure out. I know myself, and I know I have to have a schedule, because everybody's like, oh, you're going to retire, you can just sleep in. Nope, I cannot do that. I know that if I just did that and didn't have a structure, I would just fall into depression and would never get anything done, and I don't want that. So, and eventually I'll probably work part-time or do something. It's just, I don't have to do it right away is the blessing, really. I know all of this is a big blessing. I'm lucky to be able to do this, and I totally get that. And I'm very, very grateful. So I think my husband and I have been talking about me retiring since I was in treatment, because our thinking was, we don't know how long that I get to live, because once you've suffered from cancer, you don't know, and hopefully have a long, amazing life. And but if I don't want to spend whatever is left of it working when I don't have to. So
spend time with your husband, cross-stitching, grandkids.
So I'm really, really looking forward to that, and very grateful for the opportunity. But yeah, I'm super curious about rotations and what people do and how they do it. And is it, I have been seeing a lot of people do the book of days, and I know I failed at WIPCO, but I'm going to try it again in 2023, because I really like the idea, and I think I might have time to figure it out. And if I get more structured about it, not too structured like crazy where I think it'll bother me, but enough structured where I have sort of a, I can't think of the word, like a,
that's okay. That's okay.
Flexible.
Okay.
A flexible structure. So, because maybe that's how people do it if they have a block and they just have to use that block at some point during the day. But the other thing was, and Michelle, this might have been on your Instagram too, where I saw someone said they knew how long a project would take them, because they knew how many stitches they could do in a day. And I was like,
really?
Wait, what? How'd you know that?
Oh my goodness gracious.
So then I'm thinking, okay, you must have tracked how long a project took you
in the first place,
and divided that stitches,
right, by days,
and then or hours or minutes,
sure.
or I'd be really curious to know that, because that's the kind of way my brain works. If I knew, well, if I worked on this an hour a day, I'd be done with it on this day, I'd do it, because then I'd be like, oh yeah, but then I'd build some flexibility in, so if I wanted to take a couple days off, or because
otherwise I'd be all stressed out going, I have to work on this for an hour today, or I'm not going to have this done by the end of December.
But that's the thing, you can make your own rules. There's no cross-stitch police. We can do whatever we want. We want to enjoy it, and I think that's why I walked away from cross-stitch when I did, because I felt like I was buying stuff and starting stuff and not finishing stuff, and that was making me upset with myself.
Sure. So then you put it away and stopped doing it.
And then I just put it away and was like, I guess that's not the hobby for me, but it is something I really enjoy doing. And, I know we've talked about this before, where you get kind of addicted to something and you're like, oh, just can't wait to go stitch on that, and people who don't cross-stitch, I don't think understand that. I know they don't. My husband's like, what?
Yeah, you've got a lot of starts and not a lot of finishes, but that's okay. It's cheaper than therapy.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
It's great therapy.
Yeah.
And you're in a happy place, and every little stitch brings you joy, and then eventually it is finished.
I think the finishing it is another aspect of cross stitch, that if you don't finish stuff, like I wasn't finishing stuff for a long time, so I was preventing myself from having that part of the joy of the hobby too, because there is joy in finishing it and seeing it and having it displayed. So I think that's part of why I feel like I want a roadmap for how to get there.
That makes sense.
Because I know it's something that I want. So I'm curious if any of you do rotation, how you do it, if you'd comment below, I would really enjoy that. We'd appreciate it. So yeah. Let's see. We did do a giveaway.
Oh yeah. So we did do a giveaway last week, and
it was for
it's a piece of fabric from Silk
huge
Weavers,
piece,
25 count Colmar,
and it's like
it's big. It's big.
I thought we measured. Was it?
Oh, I don't know, but it's
17 by 36, maybe.
Yeah.
Is it a fat half or a fat quarter?
It looks like a fat half. Yeah.
It's big. Yeah.
It's big.
Anyways,
it's beautiful though. It's really, really pretty. That is going to be fun to stitch on.
Yes, yeah.
Very fun.
I think something monochromatic on it would be amazing.
That's why I bought it. Well, I have two. So, because I accidentally bought two.
That's right.
Yes. And it's I have a pattern at home. It's a mandala. Is that how you say it?
I think
a mandala.
so, yeah.
And it's just one color of floss that I thought would be beautiful up against all
Yeah.
the different colors.
All
in
that
here.
modeling. Oh yeah, that'd be
It's a
beautiful.
dark, I want to say it's similar to DMC's 3371. It's a very, very dark chestnut brown.
Oh.
Almost mahogany that I'm going to do it on this. But I had an extra piece. So our lucky
I hope
winner.
you don't think I know what 3371 is. I don't.
Those are the number things that go around in my
Yeah.
head.
Oh my goodness, yes, I'm not much of a number person. But anyways, we did draw, and the winner for this is Elaine Edwards. So Elaine, if you could put, actually just reach out to us by email, and our email will be in the description box below. It's truegratefulstitchers@gmail.com. And send us your address, and we'll get this in the mail to you.
Congratulations, and thanks for watching.
Yes. So a couple words about giveaways. They're not affiliated with YouTube at all. You have to be 18. Don't use the word giveaway. We'll never comment on your comment. The community at YouTube is kind of showing that that's happening where bots are doing that, and it's just turning into a mess. So we'll reach out to you by, by you reaching out to us and telling us what your,
Yes.
So for the next giveaway, I have a couple things I wanted to share, giveaway. So the first one is, I don't know if you guys remember this. This is a little journal, a stitch journal, and they were at the Dollar Tree, and everybody was talking about them in different groups and on different floss tubes, and I bought like 10 of them because I thought they'll run out and I won't have any, and then I'll need them for every year, I thought, because clearly
Well, you could put your rotation right in one of
maybe,
them?
yeah.
No, I don't know.
I don't know, yeah, I have a lot of them, so I thought I'd give one away. And then along with it, I don't know how to say this, I think it's
Jardin Privé.
Privé? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it means like, it's in French what it's called, the title, Pyramide de la Ferme, which I think means stack of farm animals.
We're going with that. Hey,
If you look at it, that's what it looks like.
Oui,
right? So yeah, and then I apologize if I don't speak French, obviously. But it looks like a stack of farm animals, a pyramid of farm animals.
yeah, there's a chicken, a sheep, a pig, and a cow,
Yeah,
and a
and a
kitty
cat.
cat, and a little tiny bird.
chicken.
So yeah, I would say she's spot on with that. Pyramid of farm animals.
Yes, so we'll give that away with the stitching journal, and I think then we'll have you use the word rotation in your comment. Even if you don't do a rotation, if you don't want to say anything about rotations, that'll be the word that I search. So if you can include that word if you're interested in this giveaway, that would work out really well. So yeah, we will.
Like
that.
our Earth makes a rotation around the sun.
Yes,
Correct?
You could say that. So I think that's all we have. So
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us again. We're grateful that you're with us today.
thanks for watching.